Unicorn Academy is a show about teen girls and one boy who attend a magical academy for unicorn riders, wherein the goal is to become a protector of magic itself. Season 1 is primarily about the protagonists getting to know one another, unpacking their personalities, their traumas, and interpersonal standing. We also get to learn a fair bit more about the world of Unicorn Academy in the process. And I'll get right into it. The show's writing is seriously inconsistent. Sometimes it's brilliant, and other times it's painfully contrived. Our main cast gets up to so many absurd, rule-breaking shenanigans without any apparent consequence, until there suddenly is consequence. Like, a teacher will tell them to just go pick berries, and then they'll run off track and end up destroying a sacred temple. There's no punishments or anything for that. But when Rory, the token boy, pulls a prank, then there are now consequences. He gets expelled and has to save the entire world before he gets let back on the team. It doesn't help that he spends the whole episode flanderized, like this show is invested in teaching lessons, and if it wants you to learn, say, to take things more seriously, it'll then make Rory unusually irrational just for the sake of that moral. How conflicts are created is a real issue. You have characters doing something unbelievably stupid, refusing to use their powers thoughtfully to fix it, and then, thankfully the conclusions are fine at least. When it comes time to focus on introspection and heart, Unicorn Academy pulls out all the stops. The first season has this running arc with Sophia, who lost her father to the wicked Ravenzella, and she's struggling now with her father's legacy. Is her father really gone? How can she best honor his memory? How is she supposed to open up to others when her only rock in this world has vanished? Her friends try to reach out to her, but she interprets their assistance as a nuisance. It leads to some well-earned drama that actually made me feel things, like kinda tense. Sophia's distrust and perpetual rebelliousness are buried deep. They're a learned trait from both her father's own behavior and his demise. There are no easy solutions, and it's quite poignant. But all of that beauty is in conflict and contrasts with the presentational elements, like how awful the actors are at sobbing, for example, or there are some serious scripting oversights, like how characters just appear where it's most convenient without explanation. Sometimes Unicorn Academy is aware of these faults and takes steps to mitigate them, sometimes not. Outside of the character drama, the biggest appeal here lies in the fantasy itself. You've got ogres, wicked queens, mystical vision pools, talking trees, dragons made of ice, the works. And like the character writing, it's a mixed bag. Some of it is handled exceptionally well, teaching us more about the setting and evoking a sense of awe. Some of it is both laughable and confusing, to contrast. Thankfully, the finale does manage to pull everything together, championing real character development and utilizing the fantasy elements to their fullest potential. We learn more about Ravenzella's vendetta and get some beautifully cheesy lines from both sides of the conflict during a climactic magical showdown. Sophia ultimately learns that togetherness, while difficult, is a necessity in preventing tragedy, and there are a couple plot hooks for future seasons while we're at it. Honestly, I am quite interested in seeing more. For all of Unicorn Academy's stumblings, useless characters, laughable plot devices, it at least undeniably understands its genre. I think any fans of fantasy adventure will be well satisfied. Eat your heart out, G5.